Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and a special hello to anybody who has a cat, to anybody whose parents are happily divorced, to anyone whose New Year's resolutions they are nailing so far, to anyone who can play the oboe, and to anyone who was a cat for last Halloween. Oh boy. Alright, so obviously we're in a different setup. There's no real reason. I just was like, I'd rather film comfortingly. What the am I saying? I would rather film in the comfort of my room today than the living room. Also, sorry it's dark, it's because it's dark. I have a ring light and it's lighting up the world. Let's go. Me, you, and this ring light against the world right now. Sorry if you can hear any noises. I have neighbors, as most people do. So that's the beauty of life, is we're gonna have to listen to a little bumping. They're not fucking. It's their laundry. They're not fucking. I wouldn't just record that. Dirty. Today we're doing Not How Women Work because I think it's funny. I don't like the new iPhone update. I don't get it and it makes me uncomfortable. Just like this subreddit. Let's get into it. What are you supposed to say instead of females? Birds? Chicks? Hoes? How do you describe people with vaginas of the feminine species in a way less derogatory than female? Get over yourself. Ever heard the word woman? It's wild how like women will be like, hey, don't like being referred to as a female, just kind of like uncomfortable using such a biological term. It feels disrespectful. Obviously not everybody feels that way, but a lot of women do. And the response is,
do you want me to call you a fucking hoe then? What it would do, should I call you a slut? Should I call you the Gluck Gluck 3000? Like, what am I supposed to call you if I can't call you female?
Of the vagina having species.
Girl, woman, person, equal, perhaps? Thoughts, feelings? Probably negative. All right. Oh my God, not me wearing a girls shirt while we're doing this. How on topic. 3 minutes into sex and boys be like, did you come? Yeah, to the wrong house. Pass me my clothes, weak dick bitch.
Bruh, a female orgasm isn't even necessary for reproduction. If God doesn't care about you, what makes you think I do?
Okay, first of all, this person has never been laid in their life with that attitude. I calling it now. And not because they don't want to be. They certainly want to be, but they are just not getting there. The title of this one says blowjobs aren't necessary for reproduction either. Great point. So none of those ever again. On top of that, the argument just falls apart because it's like any sex you have without the hope of reproducing thus is null and void and you should not be having it. What are you doing? Get that out of her. Stop it. No. Yeah, that means everything's obsolete. You probably shouldn't, have a little self-time either because that's not reproducing anything and God doesn't care about that, so why should you? Get your hands off your wee-wee. Knock it off. I don't know. It's things like this where people like say things and they're like, gotcha, but they didn't actually think about it for more than 0.2 seconds, or they just don't care because they think they're always right despite being most of the time wrong. This is the same woman, with and without makeup. Remember, if a female seduces you while wearing makeup and she doesn't disclose up front that she's wearing makeup, that's sexual assault. Don't let it happen to you. First of all, this woman is gorgeous. Are you kidding me? With and without makeup. She is so fucking pretty. You would be so lucky to have an angel like that in your presence. Sit down, little nerd. But let's take a look at Jeremy. This is the guy who's saying that about this woman. Yeah, the jokes write themselves at this point. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, comparing something as horrible, as disgusting as SA to makeup? Oh, you are a despicable little man. Also, if you can't tell that she's wearing makeup in that left photo, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be sleeping with anybody. You should go back to second grade. Skipper, you're moving things around, bud. Say hi. You should go back to second grade. Not that you learn about makeup there, but you typically learn like manners, common sense, how to be a working member of society. It all starts pretty young, so I think you gotta go pretty far back to catch up. Clearly she's wearing makeup. Consenting to sleep with somebody has nothing to do with makeup. Okay, this is a stupid argument, and there is no arguing against it because this is just a man being stupid because he hates women. There is nothing more to it. There's no reason to argue back against it. Sometimes you just have to look at it and say, damn, somebody really gave birth to you and let you loose into this world. And this is one of those times. Jeremy, because you're sticky and gross. All right, so this next one, a woman said. It's a tweet by a woman, godly womanhood. A woman asked me why I care about anal sex so much. It's because I don't want women to have to wear diapers the rest of their lives because they can't control their bowels. That's why. Plus, it's painful and unnatural, and it causes diseases.
Freedom of choice, freedom of your body, freedom to use it how you want to.
I think you can do whatever you want with your orifices. As long as you're safe and you're comfortable and you want to be doing it, that is your right as a human being to your own body. As far as diseases go, you know, as long as you're safe and you're taking care of yourself and people are disclosing, and it's painful and unnatural. For some people it's painful, for others I'm sure it's not. I personally have no idea. Don't want to. I'm standing up for the anal community right now though. I'm not a part of it, but I respect it. What? I should really not put things online sometimes. As far as unnatural, what do you mean? Does this also go back to the you can't reproduce so therefore it's not natural argument? Because we just talked about why everything else should cease to exist then. Something like sex and what's natural in sex is so subjective because everybody's doing something different. So worry about your own orifice and don't worry about hers. Women don't die from pregnancy. That's a flat out lie. The maternal mortality rate in the United States is approximately 0.0223%, 22.3 death per 100,000 live births in 2022. It's the way that he says that's a flat out lie and then jumps into the statistics and exposes it himself and he's like, except, you know, these ones. But what's sad is he's saying he doesn't give a fuck about the 22 people. He's saying that, well, like, that's not that many, so who cares? That's not a lot, so fuck them. Also, I'm pretty sure that the US has the highest mortality rate for pregnancy of like, what is it, of like high income countries or something like that. I'll also fact check that. That also says something about our mortality rates as a country. If we're having the highest mortality rate of pregnant people when it comes to countries that are equaling like the playing field when it comes to like availability of resources, that's a problem because that means we're probably doing something wrong or choosing the wrong things, and we could save a lot of these people's lives if we just chose to give a fuck. But that must be really hard. It's hard to give a fuck when you are a mindless man who fucking hates women. You can fucking look things up sometimes. You looked up that statistic. What kept you from learning more and trying to learn more? Maybe the fact that you don't care about women and you were trying to use it as a gotcha moment of saying women don't die, yet you literally give us the statistic that women fucking do. Okay, whatever, I'm moving on. Control your lust and you'll understand how boring 90% of women are. I'm gonna sit you down when I tell you this. Most people you're gonna find boring because they're not gonna be your type of person. I mean, I see hundreds of people a day when I go to work. It's rare that I'm like, this is the one that I wanna be best friends with. You know, most interactions you have with people are gonna be surface level. Most interactions you have with people are not gonna lead to a deeper relationship and deeper connection. And it doesn't mean that these people are boring, I will say that. It just means that you're not gonna get to know them on a level that actually matters. And also, if you do, what's the chance that you don't like them? Probably, you know, pretty high. People are pretty complex and have a lot of different personalities and lots of things clash and people have different interests. There's so many things in this world that, yeah, you're not gonna click with every person you meet. I'd probably think you're boring as fucking shit when all you do is ramble to me about, like, tennis. Maybe you're a tennis boy, I don't know. I'm not a tennis girl, so I don't give a fuck. But somebody else who likes tennis is gonna meet somebody who likes tennis and be like, oh, you're awesome. You're not boring at all. And that's great, okay? All this to say that, like, of course 90% of people you meet in general are not going to be your bestie, are not going to be somebody you're super interested in. Also, if you can't value human connection and women as people outside of sex, maybe you're the fucking boring one. Maybe you shouldn't think about that so fucking often that it leaves you to a 0% personality where you can't get along with that many people. Maybe you're the problem. I don't know, just saying, just thinking out loud. Anyways, I also love how you can tell he's trying so hard to be hot in this video and it's just so ick. People are always like, Brazilians don't suffer because le hot girls, until they get here and see that 90% of women here actually look like this and not like the stereotypical model Latina. This girl's fucking gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, men need to touch grass. These men need to touch grass. These men need to touch grass. The fact that they've pulled out two absolutely stunners of girls and been like, they're not hot. She wouldn't even look at you. You couldn't even pay her to spit on you. She's a fucking gorgeous, gorgeous person, and you're a disgusting little rodent. You know what? That's offensive to rodents, because rats can be quite cute. But you, garbage. Sewer water. I just can't believe the audacity to look at an objectively gorgeous person and be like, this is all we have to offer. It's like, and what the fuck are you? Post your face. Post it. I want to see it so fucking bad. Ladies, if he's nice enough to do the dishes, be sure to express your appreciation. It's only fair. If your man expects something out of doing the dishes, I'm sorry, but you need to get into a new relationship, because that's insane. Especially here in the US, it's very common for both couples to be working now. And the idea that there's still this expectation that women take care of the home, even though they're also working 40 hours a week, and then the man can come home and like fucking play Call of Duty or whatever. The fact that that's still like an expectation for a lot of people blows my mind. Absolutely fucking wild. Expectation of sex for doing something that is the bare minimum makes you a sleazebag. That makes you weird. Leave. I don't know where to, but just leave. What's with the woman always being super fucking hot and then like the guy looking like that and things like this? It's just so funny to me. Large breasts can cause a myriad of back problems and chronic pain. Women would rather be healthy and pain-free than be a blow-up sex doll. Hope that helps. Juan responds with, they have support bras and working out to have a strong back prevent that. Also, it's a sign that she will be a great mother being able to breastfeed her baby, which is the best thing for her babies. Hope that helps. Juan, you're fucking stupid. There's no other way to put it. Like, you're just an idiot. And this is the thing, right? It's not that I expect people to have this knowledge. It's not that I'm like, you should know everything about female anatomy and you should always be 100% correct. No, my thing is, if you're gonna go out of your way to be a fucking piece of shit and say the wrong information and look a dumbass and be condescending at the end, you're a fucking idiot. That's all there is to it. Support bras can only do so much. They really can. It's still a bra. It's still a piece of cloth and some wiring, and for a lot of women, it's very painful. They're pokey, they're rough, they're not designed to your body like well enough. There's a lot of issues with them, so to say that as if you've ever been through it is fucking dumb. Working out to have a strong back to prevent that is not gonna change the support that some women need. Well before I was online, well before I did the internet, I dated somebody who was an F cup and had to get a reduction because it was quite literally breaking her fucking back. And the fact that you care more about seeing somebody's boobies than them living happily? Absurd to me. What kind of person are you to say that, to think that? Also, the size of your breasts does not correlate to breastfeeding. Oh my god, guys, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Big boobies do not mean that you're gonna be better at breastfeeding. I'm concerned. There's some comments on here that I want to go through, by the way. I'll never understand why these men think breast size is at all correlated with milk production. I've met men that literally think they're always filled with milk. I even came across a post once where a dude was big mad because his girlfriend didn't lactate during sex and he thought she was supposed to lactate if she was turned on. It's wild out there. We're holding space together for that right now. 'Cause what? Yeah. Literal fucking hentai brain. I think that kind of is what some of these issues are, is you have men who are like literally brain rotted from watching just obscure porn that they start to think it's actual reality and actual real life to sex and to women because it's what their knowledge base is, and I think that's sad. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, porn is the devil and it's odd, but I am gonna say that there are a lot of people out there who are undereducated or think they're overeducated in the wrong ways. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Happy 2025. I hope that you get some good sleep tonight. Why not? It's gonna be 2 a.m. for one of you fuckers, I know it. You're gonna be like, I'm watching this at 2 a.m. so much for the good sleep. And to that I say, try again tomorrow, bud. Try again tomorrow. Cabby! Blessed by her presence? Blessed. Cappy, do you want to do an outro song? Bye. Oh, if you liked the video, like it. If you really liked it, subscribe. Think about it. I don't know. Bye.